This is the Varimax quick change adjustable muzzle brake, which is our newest design for sporting rifles with barrels of 13 to 22mm muzzle diameter. It is a copyrighted, registered design, and there is a patent pending on its porting and rotating sleeve design. The main features of this brake are its unique staggered radial port design, where the port sizes are graduated to achieve the maximum amount of recoil energy reduction possible for its given size. The ports angle back slightly and are also slightly eccentric, which creates a self-tightening effect on the threaded joint as the rifle is fired. The thread recess also has an internal shoulder or collar, so that the brake can be seated to pull up tight on the shoulder of the barrel in the conventional manner, on the muzzle or nose of the barrel, or on both surfaces evenly. However, its key feature that sets it apart from most other brakes is its ability to turn the braking function on and off by simple rotation of the outer sleeve. The sleeve must be firmly relocated and then locked into place in either of the two set positions. As you can see, the braking function is now off. We still also do offer the original and shorter Varimax standard with the locking screw system as a custom option instead of the knurled end cap of the Varimax QC model, which makes it a bit longer. These are fine for guys who are good with tools and don't mind changing the screw out, but can be a little bit fiddly for some individuals. Hence the Varimax QC is now our main model. The Varimax standard threading options are limited from half 20 UNF to 9/16 24, whereas the Varimax QC model can be supplied with threads from half 20 UNF right up to M18/1 and everything in between. The Varimax brakes are primarily designed for cartridges in the 2D3 to 3006 range, with the upper limit being the 7mm Rem mag and 300 Win mag, used with factory loaded ammunition. They are not suitable for 338 cal or larger, or any of the larger 7mm or 30 cal ultra mag sized or similar cases. For these, instead fit one of our Megamax brakes. The main body of this brake starts out as a blank, which is machined from stainless steel bar stock on a lathe in one setup, and the threads are single point cut to ensure correct concentricity and alignment. The body is turned and threaded to accept this stainless steel sleeve, a thread of the knurled end cap, and it's also grooved to accommodate two internal gas sealing O-rings. A stainless steel locating pin is also installed, and the whole assembly is polished as a complete unit. The brakes then transferred to a CNC machining centre where the ports are not drilled, they're actually milled to full depth, then the edges of the elongated and eccentric port holes are nicely chamfered for a professional and burr-free finish. The main advantages of this brake are its huge recoil reduction capabilities for its given size when the outer sleeve is set in the position with the ports open, often surpassing the performance of much larger or other conventional muzzle brake designs. The results in comparison tests, as shown on our muzzle brake testing video number 4 and number 5, demonstrate this conclusively. The self-tightening port design means that the brake won't shoot loose when the ports are open, and also means that there's no need to lock tight the threads, so it can be removed easily from the barrel if necessary. And the provision of the internal shoulder means that the very largest thread size for a given muzzle diameter can be used, especially on button rifle barrels. As stated earlier, the key advantage of this muzzle brake over others is that for a hunter who only owns one rifle and who regularly traverses between bush hunting or open country hunting scenarios, they can quickly change the braking function from on to off and lock it in that position. Typically using the brake set in the off position such as this for bush hunting, so that hearing protection does not need to be worn, which otherwise is commonly understood as being mandatory for all muzzle brake rifles. The other key thing to note here is no bullet point of impact shift on the test targets between the braking function being switched on or off. You can do all your range work or open country shooting with the braking function turned on and whilst wearing hearing protection, and then simply switch the braking function off when you're bush hunting, or if only you're going to be firing 1 or 2 shots without the need of wearing earplugs or earmuffs. Added to the above features, as you can see, Varimax is definitely a high quality product, which is a result of exhaustive testing, numerous prototypes and refinements. Designed and manufactured exclusively in New Zealand. Due to the large amount of machining work involved, they are not a cheap product, but if you want quality and versatility, you definitely get what you pay for. Although relatively new to the market, the Varimax QC is without exception the most revolutionary and versatile muzzle brake design currently available.